The sound of wind howling, a faint whisper, "Don't look for me." Static noise, creepy suspense music builds. There are certain stories on the internet that are meant to stay just that, stories, urban legends, creepypasta, fiction. But what happens when you come across something that isn't just a story? When the lines between myth and reality start to blur? I never expected that a random forum post, a simple knife, would lead to something bigger, something dangerous. And when I finally put the pieces together, it was already too late. It all started with a chilling discovery, a knife hidden in the shadows, waiting to be found. The air was thick with an eerie silence, broken only by the occasional creak of the floorboards. As I reached out, my hand trembling, the sense of dread was palpable. The flashlight beam cut through the darkness, illuminating the knife that would change everything. I'm a night owl. I spend hours falling into internet rabbit holes, reading about the weirdest things you can imagine. But that night, I wasn't looking for anything scary. I was just browsing an old urban exploration forum when I saw the post. At first glance, it looked like your typical cool find. Some guy exploring a decayed house in the middle of nowhere. But then I clicked on the pictures, and my stomach dropped. This wasn't just a knife. It was old, sure, but the carvings on the handle, they weren't normal. Symbols that looked unnatural. And then there was the blade itself, stained. Not with rust, with something darker. The comments were filled with people speculating about its origin. My curiosity was piqued, and I couldn't look away. I wasn't the only one who thought something was off. In the comments, a few people pointed out that they'd seen similar markings before. One user even said they matched a series of symbols found at a crime scene from 2008. That case? Never solved. No fingerprints, no DNA, no forced entry, just a single knife left behind. But here's the thing. The police never released photos of that knife. So how did this random internet user recognize the symbols? This is where things got weird. Someone dug up an old police file from 2013, where an anonymous caller had tipped off authorities about strange noises coming from that exact abandoned house. The report says officers arrived, but found nothing. No intruder, no evidence. But the weirdest part? They wrote that it felt like someone was watching them. The detective on the case noted similarities between the symbols found on the knife and those from the 2008 crime scene. They even brought in a forensic team to re-examine the evidence, hoping to find a new lead. The detective made a call to a retired officer who had worked on the original case, seeking any overlooked details. The retired officer mentioned a map with marked locations where similar symbols had been found, suggesting a possible pattern. Connecting the dots, the detective realized these locations formed a disturbing pattern, hinting at a larger, more sinister plot. The user who found the knife, let's call him Jake, kept updating the thread. People started encouraging him to take the knife to the police, but then something strange happened. And then, silence. His account? Gone. No trace of Jake anywhere. The thread? Locked. Every image? Wiped from the forum. Users were baffled and started speculating. It was like he never existed, but the internet never forgets. Panic spread through the forum. Someone managed to save his last few posts before everything disappeared. Users frantically tried to piece together what happened. And hidden in the last image he uploaded was a detail that no one noticed at first. It wasn't a trick of the light. Someone, or something, was there. 2 days later, that abandoned house burned to the ground. Flames lit up the night sky, visible from miles away. Fire department ruled it undetermined. No known cause. The ruins smoldered for hours, just gone. Jake never came back online. His digital presence vanished. His posts never resurfaced. And that knife? Vanished. The only proof it ever existed was the screenshots. The mystery deepened, leaving more questions than answers. Then I got an email. No name, no sender ID, just one sentence. You don't want to know the truth. Maybe it was a prank. Maybe it was just another creepypasta come to life. But the timing was too perfect. But if that's true, why did someone go out of their way to make everything disappear? Why erase every trace? And why do people keep seeing that same twisted, grinning face in places it shouldn't be? The implications are terrifying. What if the warning was real? What if knowing the truth puts us all in danger? What do you think? Hoax or something real? Share your thoughts below. And if someone out there doesn't want us looking into this, why? Have you experienced anything similar? Let me know in the comments. Your stories and theories could help uncover the truth. But if you decide to dig deeper, just remember, some things don't want to be found. Stay safe and keep your eyes open.